In today's episode, we're in Beckway, and one of you guys noticed our Genoa track cars were installed wrong, so we fixed that before heading to town for our favorite lunch, and then I get pooped on while I'm eating, twice. Isn't that nice? When it all blows over, we're back doing another electrical project. The list just never ends. We recently posted a video showing that our brand newly installed Genoa track, the cars on it were always moving back whenever we had it under load. We had a subscriber, Richard, thank you so much, for saying, are we sure that these cars aren't put on like reverse? And we looked up on Harkin website and they are indeed showing opposite of what they should be. So Jeff is going to open it up right now. Thanks, Richard.
I don't know, we never thought about it.
Never thought to even check.
Because we paid professionals, and so when we do that, we tend to stop using our brain, and that doesn't never work.
We need to stop doing that. Stop using our brains.
Stopped doing that a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Just to clarify, we aren't needing to sound like we're complaining or angry, but I think that you can all relate with us that it's frustrating when you pay a premium for a service and you don't end up getting the service level to match. No matter, we have all of you guys who have loads of experience in boating and are always happy to help us out. So Jeff is going over to the other side to do the same. And this side, he needed a flathead screwdriver, and Jeff was just mentioning, wow, great installation. On this side, he needs a Phillips. Not sure why they couldn't have been the same, but here you go.
I know, thanks.
Good grief.
That's not going to work because you got the biggest Phillips on the mats.
Oh, crap.
Number 2, always if you don't know.
Ah, crap. Okay.
Here.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's starting to rain. You can see it's getting all rainy up here in the valley. It's coming for us. Ah! You gotta have some drama in a video, right? Okay, project done. We'll see if this makes a difference the next time we go for a sail. Again, thank you to Richard for the suggestion.
We just had the problem and we're like, okay, we have a problem. And we didn't, out of all the problems we normally hunt down what's going on, this one I was like, huh, whatever.
Yeah, we'll just keep watching it, keep moving it back if it
I'll
moves.
Just keep being pissed
whatever.
off about it, and that's the end of it. But now I'm glad someone had a thought.
Yeah, it's a very good thought. Good grief. And just in time, oh look, now we have blue sky. It'll be going past us, but we are definitely in a windstorm. It's gusting around like 25 today. Fixed before lunch on one day. Wow, that is amazing.
It'd be amazing if the list ever ended.
Nope, it just keeps on growing. Every day it's something new.
I guess I'll save the picture that I found because I was looking around and I'm like, I don't know. And then I
on the Harkin
actually
website.
found a Harkin link here.
Here, let's see.
There's the graphic we found where they actually go out of their way to show the orientation of the vessel.
Yeah.
And the pin stop car.
Yeah.
And what do you know? It's the other way around.
Goodgrief.com. Ridiculous. Since it was a Friday, we just had to go into town for our most favorite lunch, doubles. All was well until... Shit on.
What happened to
For
you?
the second time today. It's warm. It's freshly cooked. Ew, yeah. Is there a lotto here? Can you buy it here? Because I think I need to at this point.
So how did you come to have this? How did you come to have this accent?
Under the almond tree.
Damn you!
After being pooped on, the weather turned shifty as well, and business was over for the day, which then means we get to hang out with a cold one. Check out these beer koozies our friends custom made for us. Isn't that so nice? Time to get the tent down before it blows away. This storm kind of came from nowhere and was pretty intense. We got soaked, but once everything was safely inside the vehicle, we retreated along with the rest of town to the local roadside bar rendezvous. We have a windstorm now. This is the most wind we have seen since Tropical Storm Brett. Jeff is just up at the front here, securing our sail pack, which is opening up on us all the time. We're getting a consistent 24 to 30 knots of wind. Very gusty. Our anchor is holding strong though. We have about 7-to-1 scope with another 20 feet for snubber. Wow, that's a lot of wind. We would absolutely love it if you could all take a second and hit the like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying our content so far. Another great way to support us is over on our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our episodes and they're also ad-free. Thank you so much to all of our current patrons. You guys are amazing. Manual Man is at it again. He's testing something up here with our LED lights for the oil pressure alarm and the engine temperature alarm. Ugh, I love the sound of sirens in the morning, don't you? Things just got so much better. Jeff is up there, of course, doing his Manual Man items. And then all of a sudden, he says the engine screen just all went blank and stopped working.
I blew a fuse holder.
Like, oh my God.
Fuse.
This is not the plan for today, by the way. So are you almost finished up here, Mr. Man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put this stuff back, and I need to get some small connectors and stuff for this, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to figure stuff out. Well, I mean, it makes sense to change this to a waterproof fuse holder, because that's not. It should be waterproof, and it's not. So there's that, and I figured out my light works on our temperature.
Oh gosh.
I was so worried about it.
Yeah, you were stressing hard.
I'm shaking. Well, because of how that's a very. I thought it might blow out the tack gauge, which has electronics. Somehow I still don't know how we blew the 3 amp fuse, but luckily the 3 amp fuse did a job and protect everything. But anyway, I put a new 3 amp fuse into the fuse holder, and then I heard it beep for a second before it died again. And I was like, okay, so this does look like it's the fuse holder, which was the second thing on my list to fix, because it can really drop the voltage across all the stuff in the screen and all the way down to the sensors. That's why I was after this. So I just put just temporarily here while I was soldering and stuff, I put a new fuse holder, waterproof fuse holder in place, and it works right away. But I do need to cut into the wires on the harness, because the old one was getting water on it and it was following along the wire. So now I have to try and cut back on the wire and find clean metal, and it's a bit tricky because there's not that much before it disappears into a harness. Yeah. But anyway, at least I didn't wreck anything.
Yep, because a new display from Yanmar is what, like $800?
I think that's what it costs for the tack. Yeah.
Yeah. Good grief.
Maybe like a breadboard and all kinds of stuff.
Soldering kit is coming out.
Crazy. So I'm putting a new fuse holder. I had to chase the wires way back to get away from corrosion. So I'm going to solder the new waterproof fuse holder and heat shrink it. So this is the first time using my little kit here. So we'll see. No instructions, no nothing. All right.
Just gonna wing it, Joko style.
Yeah. Okay.
What the heck?
Yeah. I don't know.
How do boys know what to do with all these things? Did you like grow up knowing what to do with these things?
Sometimes yeah. Other times nope.
That's why you would just refer back to the manual, right?
If there's a manual available.
Mr. Manual Man.
Okay, that's not good.
Time to test the engine. You finished your soldering?
I didn't actually solder because...
you didn't actually, you used a heat gun.
Yeah.
How come you changed your mind?
Because... it's because the heat shrink we had, what doesn't have sealant? And this location, I think...
Needs
after
some
what we've been
sealant.
experiencing right now, yeah, it needs sealant. So I decided to butt connect it, and then that way it's heat shrunk. But the heat gun worked great for that. Don't touch that, it's hot at the end of that.
Okay. We have all of our laundry from pillowcases waggling in the air here.
We have power on to this panel, so when I go to on, it should do its normal thing. This oil pressure, see the oil pressure gauge, they're very corroded on the back of them. Remember how the other issue is sometimes I wonder if this thing is the right level? I mean, it looks good now, but...
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get all those fittings in there, you know? But then I just sketched myself out when I blew the fuse and all that. Yeah, but I was trying to do the test with this. In fact, I might go down there in a minute. I want to try and get that light on in there. It's got a broken connector, so that's part of it. But I know the light bulb works.
Well, let's get the engine started.
Well, because that's another test. So that's like, what, 3 or 4 starts in a row now. So
yep, and it's worked flawlessly.
I think tightening down, for posterity, it was tightening down one of the studs on the starter relay.
Yeah. So that we're not going to get stuck.
Yeah.
Because we were stuck when we were coming into the anchorage, if you remember that. We have our Lucy lights out here charging away. These things come in so handy. The last 2 days that we were here, we had that big windstorm and we were not making any solar power. We even had to turn off the fridge and freezer in order to survive the night. Having alternative ways of providing light inside the cabin is always a good thing. Got to make sure that they're charged up fully because you never know when we're going to go through another storm and we need them. Yeah, what are you doing exactly? You're just going to test something to see if the alarm actually goes off for the temperature sensor, and I will look to see if the light goes on. I'm ready. No, nothing made any noise. No, no light came on. Nope, no light and no noise. Engine is turned off. Okay, well, success because we didn't wreck the whole gauge there, the whole panel.
Yeah.
And your light does work
Fuse
for
holder
the...
was something I needed to get to because I saw that it was super corroded.
Yeah.
So that's done. But I don't know why. I'm trying to test this frickin' this light and the buzzer for the temperature switch.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be reacting like the way that I understand. So I don't understand what's up with it.
I have to go back and do more research.
I mean, I guess.
But success, we don't have to buy a new gauge panel
My stress level
for $1 million.
dropped.
Yeah, Jeff was very stressed earlier. Back to the drawing
It's supposed to
board.
be that when that switch connects, it's connecting the ground. So in other words, like that buzzer has power to it all the time, but it only goes off if it's connected to ground switch. In other words. So I don't understand why I can't trigger the light. I understand now because there's something wrong with the frickin' thing. But the buzzer, I thought I would get right now for sure.
You'll get it eventually. It'll be something so simple, and in the end, it always works that way. Oh my, look what we have here. We have a custom-made fish and lobster trap made for us by one of our friends' cousins here on the island. Isn't this friggin' legit? We're gonna catch so much lobster. We're gonna throw this down at the end of the boat, put a float on it. We're gonna be eating good coming up. The transportation system back to the boat with our lobster and fish trap. This is awesome. This is authentic AF. Wow. I think we're Caribbean people now, babe.
Okay, we're going for it.
What is this? Cruise ship incoming. Wow, look at this thing. Luxury cruise line or what? Beckway is about to get lit. Look at this, here's the Coast Guard guy whizzing by, making sure everyone's gonna be safe when they arrive. Cutting off the ferry. Love it. It is a French cruise ship, and they normally do 12 to 13 days tour of the entire Caribbean, starting in Martinique. They go up to the BVIs, they do St. Lucia, Dominica, down here, St. Kitts, Antigua, and the prices start between 5,000 and 7,000 euros per person. Crazy. There is a lot going on in the harbor this evening. I guess everyone is out for a sunset cruise. Friendship Rose back in the day was the original ferry between Beckway and St. Vincent, and they used to put boards out from either side of the boat and they transported the vehicles here that way. Can you imagine that? Like they're teeter-tottering like on the boards and having these Land Rovers, because that's what's everywhere here on the island, coming to the island from St. Vincent. It's crazy. Are there any other things that we learned about it, honey?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Jeff really wants to go on it.
Charters. It now runs charters.
It now runs sunset tours and also charters to Tobago Keys and Mustique as well. Check the website for Friendship Rose. Today is a very exciting day.
Yeah.
It started off not so great, more about that later, but today our friends are arriving from Vancouver on that ferry. Oh my gosh! Woohoo!
How you doing?
Birthday's off to a good start. Things
I've
and
had a
beers.
cake and a beer before like 11 a.m.
Yeah, and there's more to come.
Happy birthday to Jeff.
Ooh. We are going to be putting this fish trap down and hopefully catch some lobster or some fish. Thank you so much to all of our patrons for supporting our channel. You are helping to keep this dream going so we can share it all with you. If you'd like to join the Joko crew, we'll have a link down below.